भारत के उपराष्ट्रपति जगदीप धनकड़ अपने पत्नी के साथ अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विश्वविद्यालय नालंदा पहुँचे, जहां उनका नालंदा के सभागार में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विश्वविद्यालय के सभागार में बहुत स्वागत किया गया। बता दें कि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी के वीसी अनूप कुमार सिंह द्वारा उन्हें अंग वस्त्र देकर सम्मानित किया गया और प्राचीन नालंदा विश्वविद्यालय का मोमेंटो भी उन्हें भेंट स्वरूप दिया गया। तत्पश्चात उनकी पत्नी को भी अंग वस्त्र देकर सम्मानित किया गया। नालंदा अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विश्वविद्यालय के प्राचार्य द्वारा उनका सम्मानित किया गया और उन्हें एक अति प्राचीन घड़ी भेंट दी गई। उस घड़ी को उपराष्ट्रपति जगदीप धनकड़ और उनकी पत्नी ने डब्बा खोलकर काफ़ी बढ़िया से देखा और उन्हें काफ़ी पसंद आया। इस मौके पर नालंदा विश्वविद्यालय में पढ़ने वाले छात्रों के साथ उपराष्ट्रपति जगदीप धनकड़ ने संवाद किया और छात्रों ने भी उनसे एक से बढ़कर एक अपने स्तर का उनसे सवाल किया, जिसका जगदीप धनकड़ ने बाखूबी उनका जवाब दिया।
Vice President of India, respected ma'am, and our Vice Chancellor and everyone present here today. First of all, I would like to thank you for your gracious words and truly be present here today. So my name is Shrishti Konda. I'm from Nepal and I'm currently pursuing my MD in Sustainable Development and Management. So my question goes like this. The government of India is aiming to achieve 5 trillion USD economy in coming years. Looking into the current global scenario, what is the roadmap of government of India to help to boost the economy, and how can India's growth make sure the joint prosperity of the region? Thank you.
5 trillion economy achievement initially was a challenge, but no longer. Series of steps have been taken that makes it possible. Achievement of 5 trillion economy, contribution has to emanate from every section of society. Our labor force, our human resource, our farmers, our micro and small industries, and our women power. What has been done in few years is that farm sector has been totally empowered. PM Kisan Nidhi, you will be happy to know that more than 110 million people who are farmers are getting physical empowerment 3 times a year. And that amount so far is more than 250,000 crores. Number one. Second, financial inclusion. There was a time when you go to a bank and the bank would not open your account. But just imagine, 470 million bank accounts being opened. A great financial inclusion. And the benefit of the financial inclusion is that the money reaches direct now. There is no middleman, no power broker, no cut money. It reaches directly. This is a great empowerment. And Mudra scheme, if people don't know about it, the first committed and utilized for that Mudra scheme, astronomical. It has changed the lives of people. It's a game changer in economic development. That's a very, very great achievement. Micro and small enterprises, everything has been done by series of affirmative policies to see that they graduate to the next level, and they are graduating. But most important is the governance. When I was governor of state of West Bengal, I was heading a group of 10 governors, very distinguished people senior to me, with good experience of bureaucracy and public life, from Nazma Ayatullah to Mr. Kaiser, from top politician to a bureaucrat. We sought assistance of Niti Aayog and we came to a mechanism how to engage into ease of business that is taking place now. It's a ground reality. And that explains that this country has startups in number with the world envies. And not only startups, we have our unicorns. That's enterprises more than 1 billion commitment. We are the largest in the world. So that emergency is taking place. The governance pattern has thoroughly changed. There is less government and more governance. Can I ask you one simple question? Where have the power brokers gone? Power corridors have been fully neutralized of those nefarious elements who extra legally leverage the decision making. Now decision making is on objective considerations in transparent and accountable manner. This speaks. People even can't recollect now when was the last time एक दलाल काम करा लेगा राजनीतिक चश्मा पहनकर. ऐसा उनको नहीं करना चाहिए. ये आचरण हमारी सांस्कृतिक धरोहर के विपरीत है. ऐसा जो भी कर रहे हैं जाने अनजाने में देश का बहुत बड़ा अहित कर रहे हैं. हमारा संकल्प है हम भारतीयता को हमारी सांस्कृतिक धरोहर है इसका सर्जन करें और मर्यादित आचरण करें. जो व्यक्ति जितने बड़े पद पर है उसका आचरण उतना ही मर्यादित होना चाहिए. राजनीतिक फायदा उठाने के लिए कोई भी टिप्पणी करना अच्छी बात नहीं है. I call upon everyone to be quite responsible when it comes to constitutional institutions. We must not look at constitutional functionaries with political prism only to score brownie political points. That is not acceptable. But who can neutralize this? This can be neutralized by people who are before me, boys and girls. I'll give you one illustration and take my seat and take your questions. If you are here, you have to justify your presence. Do that. I am chairman Rajya Sabha. Members have some duty. Members of parliament of largest democracy on the planet, 1/6 of humanity, they are required to exemplify their conduct so that it can be emulated by people at large. You would expect a member of parliament to engage in debate, discussion, dialogue, deliberation. You would expect them to contribute to legislation making by their brilliant ideas. The last thing you would expect is disturbance and disruption. We are witnessing it. Constituent Assembly gave us constitution. For 3 years they met in several sessions. There was no disruption. Only deliberations. They had very critical issues before them. Contentious issues, divisive issues. They negotiated the rough curves by consensual approach, by engaging in dialogue, discussion. I therefore appeal to young minds. You are the greatest stakeholders in democratic governance. You are the greatest stakeholders in what the world will be. You are the greatest stakeholders that peace and order should dictate world affairs. You are the greatest stakeholders to ensure that natural resources cannot be used because people can financially afford. There will have to be optimal utilization of natural resources. Dialogue and diplomacy are the only way out. And the genesis of this is from Nalanda. The genesis of this is from your institute. you are rooted in a mechanism that talks about these basic concepts. It was a delightful moment. Everyone was showing concern. There may not be unanimity in G20 declaration. There was. This was embedded there. And that's the greatest achievement the largest democracy has got. Let me tell you, boys and girls, the G20 had several important features. There is no better place than yours to appreciate it. G20 to begin with had European Union as its member. Countries of the European Union had colonized other nations, you know it. But they were in G20. But the countries that were colonized and they constitute African Union were not there. Bharat very thoughtfully, under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, could get a 21st member of G20, African Union. A great achievement. A great achievement for liberty, for human rights, for world unity, for global peace and harmony. And look at the second achievement. And second achievement is India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor. That will shape your future. That will make available to you opportunities you may not have ever thought of. This was in existence around the time when Nalanda was in existence earlier. It had disappeared. A revival is taking place. And the impact of that revival will be that by the time Bharat reaches 2047, centenary celebration of its independence, it would have regained its economic prowess and its power as Vishwa Guru. Friends, young people here